Now, European foreign and defence ministers are meeting in Brussels to discuss greater cooperation on security issues between member states. Now, the meeting comes after strong warnings from French President Emmanuel Macron that Europe needs to do more to act together as a global power or risk disappearing. Well, let's go to our correspondent Holly Hudson, who joins us live now in Brussels. So, Holly, did the EU foreign policy chief take on board Macron's criticisms?
Well, what we've seen today, what has been agreed, are 13 new defence projects under the umbrella of what is known as PESCO. Now, that is essentially a military pact between some, not all, of the EU member states to strengthen their defence cooperation. And it was made in 2017 once the UK exited the bloc. So, crucially, the UK and the US are not involved. Now, Federica Mogherini, the EU's High Representative, said earlier in a press conference that it wasn't their intention to act with military independence. But crucially, she did say that while they would always prefer to go with their partners, the EU needs to be capable and able to go it alone. Now, as you mentioned there, Macron is, of course, a staunch supporter of the EU becoming more autonomous in terms of its military capability. He's urged them this week to think more of the EU as a geopolitical power in itself, and we've heard echoes of that from other key EU figures, including Charles Michel, who will be the new Donald Tusk. He said that the EU needs to become more self-confident to avoid becoming collateral damage between the US and China. Now, Washington have never been happy about PESCO. They don't like being shut out of these projects, and from what I've heard today, despite ongoing discussions to allow non-EU countries into these projects, they won't be for some time soon. That isn't moving forward. So Washington believe that this undermines NATO. They're worried about this becoming a parallel organisation. The EU disregard that, but it will only serve, I'm sure, to add to the questions and the controversy that we've seen surrounding NATO, that transatlantic alliance, so far in the past few days.
OK, Holly Hudson in Brussels, thank you very much.